Tonight is a community service of the New York Institute of Technology.
Covering the news of Nassau and Suffolk County's Long Island News Tonight with Ken Eckhart, Carol Peck, and the award-winning LI News team. Good evening. I'm Ken Eckhart, and here's what's happening. Nassau County detectives are investigating why a man involved in a car accident on Long Island opened fire on volunteer firefighters responding to the crash. According to police, the driver hit a utility pole in Belmore around 10 o'clock last night on Belmore Avenue near Claxton. Police say responding officers were forced to kill the gunman, who was later found to be carrying weapons in his vehicle. Newsday identifies the wounded firefighter as 20-year-old Justin Angel of North Belmore, who was taken to Nassau University Medical Center, where he was listed in stable condition this morning. As of late afternoon today, police had not released the identity of the gunman. A suspect has been arrested in connection with the shooting death of a man in Holbrook late last year. Police say the victim was found shot to death in his car in front of his home on Geary Avenue back on October 14th. Now Suffolk County Police, with the assistance of the U.S. Marshals Service, have arrested 33-year-old Reginald Ross of Yaphank, charging him with second-degree murder. He reportedly was arrested in a car that's been connected to the shooting. He's been ordered held without bail and is due back in court at the end of the week. A second assailant is also being sought. A Long Island man has been charged with animal cruelty for allegedly picking up and throwing his girlfriend's dog into a nightstand, then punching it in the head. The injuries to the 5-year-old female Pomeranian named Foxy happened back in January. Foxy later died from the injuries at the veterinarian's office. 18-year-old Vincent A. Mayo of Selden was arrested by the Suffolk County SPCA, charged with felony animal cruelty. The SPCA says Foxy was a very docile dog that didn't deserve to be treated in such a cruel way. A program for people with Alzheimer's disease could be eliminated if it doesn't get the funding it needs. About 24 elected officials were invited to the Mid-Island-Y Jewish Community Center in Plainview recently to observe the program and help members with Alzheimer's make matzo ball soup for a local soup kitchen.
We struggle to make sure that we care for our fellow citizens. I wish we had sufficient funding to make sure that the level of care we provide is second to none.
The legislators helped members cut up vegetables, roll matzo balls, and make broth. And people at the community center say they would be disappointed if the program were eliminated.
I would be devastated because I see the numbers rising, and I know the need is there. I see what a great help it is to the caregivers to have that time to themselves.
I don't know. I don't think I'd be happy. I'm happy that everybody is here and having a good time, really. You know, especially people in my age category. It's nice that we have some place to go and that we can do nice things together.
They're just wonderful. I love them. We're like a big family.
Well, according to the program coordinator, members with Alzheimer's attend the program twice a week, and she says they're all hoping it isn't eliminated due to budget cuts. A Long Island pastor convicted of sexually abusing 2 teenage boys has been sentenced to 17 years in prison. 53-year-old Miguel Leon of Medford reportedly ran the Santeria congregation out of his home with fewer than a dozen members. It's reported Leon had convinced the mother of the 14 and 16-year-old brothers that the sexual activity was part of the boys' religious training. The Santeria religion is described as based on Christianity and West African spiritual beliefs. In January, Leon was convicted of over 35 counts of criminal sexual act. He could have been sentenced to a maximum of 20 years in prison. One Suffolk town recently announced it's improving the quality of life for its residents by closing down shady businesses that deal in illegal activities. Kyle Raitan reports.
It appears to be a typical store in a business strip, and it's less than a mile away from this school. However, officials say Happy Smoke Shop in Deer Park was actually an illegal massage parlor. According to the Babylon town supervisor, this is just one of 15 locations that he called hotbeds of illegal activity and prostitution that are now shut down in the town of Babylon.
This investigation, as I said, occurred over a period of time, the results of which are that 15 illegal massage parlors have been shut down now in the town of Babylon.
During a several-month investigation, the Quality of Life Task Force for the town of Babylon and the Suffolk County Police Department have shut down the shop behind me where criminal activity has been occurring. And Supervisor Ballone warns individuals not to open this type of business.
And again, the message is clearly that if you want to open an illegal operation like this in the town, we will find you, we will track you, we will investigate you, we will shut you down, and ultimately we'll make you pay.
According to this Suffolk police officer, during the investigation, he observed unusual items for a smoke shop exterior, like these surveillance cameras and this buzzer. And he says they'll continue to look for these types of clues in the future.
I think things will improve. However, we'll have to continue to monitor these locations as well as address other complaints that come in the next few weeks.
In Deer Park, Kyle Raitan, LI News Tonight.
What was an up day on Wall Street today? The Dow finished the day up 8 3/4 points. NASDAQ was up 10 2/3 points. And the S&P was up a little over 2 points. NYIT's LI News Tonight continues after this.
Create your own Mardi Gras mask at the Brentwood Public Library on Tuesday, March 8th at 11 a.m. For more information, call 631-273-7883. See a screening of the film Mildred Pierce at New York Institute of Technology's De Seversky Center in Old Westbury on Wednesday, March 9th at 5:30 p.m. For more information, call 516-686-7567. Learn about the biggest hits and flops on Broadway from 1959 through 2009 at the Friedberg JCC in Oceanside on Wednesday, March 9th at 7:30 p.m. For more information, call 516-634-4154 or enjoy a free Baroque concert at the Carriage House at Bayard Cutting Arboretum in Great River on Sunday, March 13th at 2 p.m. For more information, call 631-224-5420. If you have an event you'd like included on the LI News Tonight community calendar, send it to LI News Tonight at nyit.edu.
In Melville, J.B. Buno, LI News Tonight.
In Bethpage, Stephen Katove, LI News Tonight.
At Belmont Park, Sophia Allen, LI News Tonight.
These are just a few of the people who have been reporting the news for LI News Tonight over the past year, and you could be one of them. Television news is an exciting and challenging career that could put you in the middle of what's happening and in touch with the people who are making the news. A career in television news journalism can offer you the opportunity to work as a reporter, camera person, or videotape editor, or any number of behind-the-scenes jobs, including producing or manning the assignment desk. And it's a career that can be yours by joining the LI News Tonight news team. Produced at studios on the campus of the New York Institute of Technology, LI News Tonight offers television news internships that can earn you college credits and the possibility of being on the air in just a few weeks. LI News Tonight has been the jumping-off point for many local and national news professionals, and you could be next. Call 516-686-7952 for more information on how to enroll for LI News Tonight, and let us put you on the air. Some headlines around the world today. Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi has warned thousands of Libyans will die if the U.S. or NATO intervene in his country. Gaddafi was addressing supporters and foreign media in a conference hall in the capital Tripoli as his forces were launching a counteroffensive against parts of the rebel-held eastern half of the country. The U.S. is moving naval and air forces closer to Libyan shores and is calling for Gaddafi to give up power immediately. Gaddafi says Libya's oil fields and ports are safe and under control. Gaddafi is vowing to fight to the last man and last woman to defend his country. Germany says it will do everything possible in its investigation of the shooting attack on American servicemen on a bus outside Frankfurt Airport. Police say a gunman fired shots at U.S. soldiers on the bus, killing 2 people and wounding 2 others before finally being taken into custody. Kosovo's interior minister says German police have identified a suspect who was in custody as a Kosovo citizen. And Elvis Presley will be declared a posthumous honorary citizen of Budapest, Hungary, and a city landmark will be named after him. The city's mayor said today that Elvis will be commemorated because of his support for Hungary in the wake of the short-lived anti-Soviet revolution of October 1956. On the city's website, visitors could pick one of 12 locations to be renamed after Elvis, including street crossings, a small square, and a site at the foot of Margaret Bridge, which spans the Danube River. Back in 1957, during his last appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show, Elvis sang a gospel standard, Peace in Valley, which they say reflected the singer's preoccupation with Hungarians' plight after the uprising. Well, Somali officials say a private yacht carrying a hijacked Danish family has anchored off the shore of Somalia, and the family has been moved to land. The luxury sailboat is anchored near Hafun on the northern tip of the country. It's reported the Danish couple, their 3 children, and 2 crew members were taken ashore. Yesterday, a Somali pirate warned that any attack against the gang holding the Danes would result in the deaths of the hostages. The daughter of Rolling Stone guitarist Keith Richards has been arrested after she was reportedly seen scrawling graffiti on the side of a building in Manhattan. Authorities say 25-year-old Theodora Richards was arrested on graffiti and drug charges after officers saw her painting the letters TNA on the side of a building in the Soho section of Manhattan last night. Richards, who has worked as a model, is one of the Rolling Stone rockers' 4 children. The White House says President Barack Obama will sign a stopgap bill that cuts billions of dollars of spending and averts a government shutdown. In a statement, Obama says he's pleased that Congress has passed the legislation that will keep the government running for 2 more weeks, but he says lawmakers should not create the threat of a shutdown every few weeks, calling that irresponsible. Obama called on congressional leaders to begin meeting immediately with the vice president, Obama's chief of staff, and the administration's budget director to negotiate a longer-term budget. The Senate passed the bill and sent it to the president today. Police are investigating 2 purse snatchings in Nassau County that happened just minutes apart. But detectives say they don't think the 2 incidents are related. The first was in Lakeview shortly before 8 last night when a man grabbed a 24-year-old woman's pocketbook and hit her in the face. When she refused to hand over the bag, he escaped. Then about 10 minutes later, a man grabbed the handbag from a 52-year-old woman in Elmont, hit her in the head, then escaped. Both victims refused medical attention at the scene, and police say they don't think the incidents are connected. Well, we had a mostly sunny day today. The high was up around 50 degrees. Tonight should be mostly clear, with a low down around 20. Tomorrow, a sunny day with a high in the low 30s. Friday, mostly cloudy with a high in the low 40s. And Saturday, a cloudy day with a high in the low 50s. The outlook for Sunday, rain is expected with a high in the mid-50s. And that's it for NYIT's LI News Tonight. I'm Ken Eckhart. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.